All right, welcome back to Vuln Vibes, everybody. Today we are diving right into MediaTek. You know them, right? Big chipset maker.
Yeah.
Well, they've got this April 2025 product security bulletin out.
Okay.
And let me tell you, it is not
Oh,
pretty.
yeah.
We're talking WLAN vulnerabilities.
Uh,
Not just like a little whoopsie. This is serious stuff.
Sound like it?
Yeah, for our listeners, this isn't just about patching, you know? It's really a look into some like fundamental weaknesses
Okay.
that could be lurking in a ton of devices.
Yeah, when you think about how widely MediaTek's chipsets are used,
Right.
the potential impact is huge.
Absolutely.
We're talking smartphones, tablets, AIoT devices.
The whole shebang.
Pretty much, yeah. The bulletin flags critical, high and medium severity issues,
Wow.
with the potential for everything from remote code execution to privilege escalation, denial of service, and information disclosure.
That's a lot.
It is a lot, yeah.
So let's just get right into it. The most critical one, this CVE 2025-2654.
Right.
It's an out of bounds right in the WLAN service.
Yeah.
So for our audience here, what's like the biggest immediate red flag?
Well, the really scary part is that it could lead to remote code execution.
Okay.
And get this, no user interaction needed.
Whoa.
And no special privileges required either.
Yikes.
So think about what that means.
Okay.
Someone could hack your device over Wi-Fi
Oh, no.
without you even knowing.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, and the chipsets affected. It's a long list. MT6890, MT7622, MT7915, MT7916,
Okay.
MT7981, MT7986.
Okay, those were in a lot of devices.
Yeah, you're talking a huge range of products.
So one exploit could really have like a domino effect.
Absolutely.
Right, so beyond that RCE, there's a bunch more high-severity vulnerabilities in this bulletin.
Yeah, a lot of them are out-of-bounds read and write issues,
Yeah.
which can be really nasty.
So for security pros, what should they be focusing on here?
Okay, so some of these, like the out-of-bounds writes in DA, these are CVE 2025-2656 and CVE 2025-2658,
Okay.
might need physical access,
Right.
but they can lead to local privilege escalation without any user interaction. Oh, no.
Which is a major problem,
Okay.
especially in places where physical security isn't great.
Right, right.
And then you've got these vulnerabilities in Keymaster and VDA. Those are CVE 2025-2655 and CVE 2025-2657.
Okay.
And even if an attacker only has limited access, these flaws could let them dig deeper into the device.
So basically, even if it's not remote,
Right.
local vulnerabilities are still a huge deal.
They absolutely are. Yeah, it all
Yeah.
depends on the context.
All right, so we've talked about critical, we've talked about high. What about the medium severity issues?
Yeah, you can't ignore those either. They might not give an attacker full control right away,
Right.
but things like the out-of-bounds reads and modem MIM server, those are CVE 2025-2660, 2661, and 2662.
Right.
And also uncaught exceptions in WLAN.
Okay.
CVE 2025, 2660, and 2664.
Wow.
Those can still be used for denial of service attacks
Oh.
or even to steal sensitive info, which could then be used for bigger attacks later on.
It's like a stepping stone.
Yeah, exactly. So we really can't just brush these off.
No way.
Okay, and I've got to say, the sheer number of chipsets affected is mind-blowing.
It is, yeah.
You got MT6000, MT8000, MT9000 series,
Mm-hmm.
and across all these different operating systems.
Yeah. Android, Open, or Yocto.
This is not an isolated thing.
No, it's not. This affects different product lines,
Read it.
different software ecosystems.
Yeah.
It's a perfect example of how complex embedded device security really is,
Absolutely.
and how a vulnerability in one place can ripple through the whole supply chain.
So bottom line for anyone out there responsible for these devices, what's the immediate action they need to take?
Patch now.
Okay.
MediaTek has already notified the OEMs,
Okay.
and they've released the updates. Manufacturers need to get those patches integrated ASAP,
Right.
and users, organizations, everyone needs to update their devices right away.
Especially with that critical RCE vulnerability.
Yeah, that one is really serious.
Delaying updates is just not an option.
Not at all.
Well, this has been quite the deep dive into MediaTek's security bulletin.
It has.
And it's definitely a wake-up call.
Yeah.
We've got this potential for remote code execution without any user interaction.
It's a reminder that the threats against connected devices are getting more and more sophisticated.
Yeah, the scope of these vulnerabilities, it really highlights how important proactive security is.
Absolutely.
And we can't just set it and forget it.
Nope.
We need to be constantly vigilant about protecting our interconnected world.
Got it.
All right, so much to think about. Thanks for breaking this down for us.
Happy to do it.